Shookers!
Hello, everybody. My name is James.
Hello, everyone. My name is Neil. And we have another beautiful guest today. His name is Mina Asfour.
Hello. How is everyone?
It's only three of us, but I'm sure there's people there listening.
Yeah, we're good.
Millions and millions of listeners.
Wherever you're listening from, whenever you're listening from, I hope you're having a good time.
Yeah.
We were just discussing your name because Neil was saying that he had a friend called Mina in school, primary school.
High school, yeah.
Yours called Moses because Mina and Moses were both from Egypt. But we were saying that you were not from Egypt. You're from...
I'm half Jordanian, half Palestinian.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Excellent. And we were trying to figure out whether Moses was Egyptian or not.
Like from the biblical story.
Yeah.
Where else is there?
They're Jewish.
Is there another Moses that is...
I have no idea. Just in case.
Okay, sorry.
They were lost for 40 years and then they went into the promised land.
I don't remember the music.
Of Prince of Egypt.
Yeah, I remember just watching Mariah Carey and Whitney and be like, yeah. Them in the brown dresses. Ooh.
Didn't the evil Egyptian pharaoh guys had like a cool song? Like
He did.
What was it?
It was a duet with Moses, and it was like, oh no, that was Hunchback of Notre Dame. Never mind. No.
The villains had like,
let my people go. I won't let them go. Let my people go. I won't let them go.
I mean, I swear because there was like a magical Harry Potter jewel. Right, like this. Yeah, I swear, Moses throws down his stick and it's like a snake, and it defeats the other snakes. Yeah. And didn't they have like a cool?
I'm sure if you give me like the first line, it will regurgitate out of my childhood memory.
I haven't seen that for
years
and years and
got
years.
nothing. Yeah, I have nothing.
Folks, I love the fact that we are talking about a biblical character, but we know him from films and cartoon, as opposed to the Bible.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where he's from. It's not from.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
not
read.
from Hollywood.
I just need the movies. That's all. All the biblical stories I know.
DreamWorks should make another animated movie about, like, I don't know, just to educate people about the Old Testament. Like maybe, I don't know, the story of Sodom and Gomorrah or something.
Thing is, I don't think they could, because then like they might be boycotted for like trying to convert adolescents.
Trying to convert adolescents. Who does the boycotting? It's the right-wing Christians.
Yeah, no. I think like when it comes to stuff like that, it's like, I remember one time I watched this little video of like, this wholesome like Christian group in an aeroplane like singing little Christian songs. I'm like, if these were like Muslims, y'all would have ate them up.
But that's what I mean.
Y'all would have like cancelled the airline and everyone involved. It's like, if it's going to be like that for them, you can't have that for anyone.
But who does the boycotting? It's only right-wing Christians who. So they're not going to boycott themselves.
It's Jewish as well. The Jewish.
Well, the thing is, the issue is when it comes to like biblical stories, there's always that one person that's like, actually, his name was not Christopher, it was Chris, and actually it was this, and this didn't happen. Blah, blah, blah. That's the wrong colored hair. That's the wrong colored skin. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's like, shut up. Just give me your money.
So you watched Prince of Egypt as a kid?
Of course.
Yeah,
that was my childhood.
Yeah.
That was the child.
What else? What other great films were your childhood?
Lots of Disney. Yeah. Like lots of Disney. All the OG Disney movies. And lots of Barbie.
Oh yeah.
So like Barbie and then whatever the movie was.
They had Barbie movies.
I didn't even know those Barbie movies.
Excuse me? Man in the pink shirt doesn't know that there's Barbie movies. Come on. No, Barbie was popping back in like 2005.
But were they like real? Were they good films?
They were.
Or were they straight to video?
No, they were good.
Oh, okay.
They were good. Those Barbie as Rapunzel, Barbie as the Nutcracker, Barbie as Princess and the Pauper, Barbie as
Barbie's
the Little Mermaid.
Nutcracker. Yeah, that fits perfectly.
No, it was good. And the songs.
They had songs in them.
Yeah.
Were they any good?
Amazing.
On Disney level?
Lord.
I remember every single one off my heart right now. Yeah.
Go Disney. Go Barbie Nutcracker one.
Oh no. That one was a ballet, so they didn't have many songs.
Okay, sorry.
Barbie, Princess and the Pauper had hella songs.
Prince and the Pauper. How did they do Prince and the Pauper with Barbie?
So Princess and the Pauper.
Oh, Princess and the Pauper. Yeah, the Paupers.
The pop. The pork.
I'm going to have you on speed dial. There's no speed dial nowadays, but if there was, I would have you on it. So anytime Tash wanted to go watch musicals, I would have you on to come and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Especially Disney.
I'm not leaving this house.
I'm trying to put rails on this podcast. So that was your childhood.
That was
My childhood was Disney movies, lots of cartoons.
Yeah.
But like I was unsupervised, so a lot of like just adult.
Really?
A lot, yeah.
Like what do you remember? What were those key inappropriate films that you watched too
remember
early?
being like 9 or 10, being traumatized by like watching Saw.
You saw Saw at 10.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God.
Because I remember like on Fridays, me and my like sisters and my dad, we used to go to like Blockbusters or Video Easy. We'd get all the DVDs, and it used to be like 5 for $10. So I would get 3, and then my sisters would get 2, and I would get basically the 3 Barbie movies back to back. And I'd be like at the counter, like, these are for my sisters.
Yeah.
Lies. And then they would get whatever they would want to get, and then I would just watch their movies as well.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So now when I watch horror movies, I'm like, come on now. This is nothing.
This ain't shit.
Yeah.
What is a good horror movie for you?
I liked... The thing is, the issue with like horror movies now, you have to really like the story and not the jump scares. Because the jump scares, they get old.
Right.
After a while. So like anything like... I know this is like a big eye roll, but like Paranormal Activity...
Yeah.
It's not like we get like, it's very simple jump scares, but like when you watch them all and like you have to like, you have to watch number 3 first because that's technically the original, like that.
Oh, it's
starts
the
off
prequel or
them off
whatever.
when they're kids. And then it just keeps on going. Like it's nice to have a story, or like even Sinister or even Saw. But then after the 5th one, I'm like, okay, there's too much.
Yeah, right.
Too much movies.
What about Ari Aster and his stuff?
Which one's that?
Like Midsummer, Hereditary.
I have not seen Midsummer or Hereditary. I'm terrible. I know. This is another issue with like really, really popular films. It becomes a point, you know, when they're so hyped that like, even if it is good, because now you overhyped it.
Yeah.
My expectations are here.
Okay.
And the movie's here. But because
Yeah.
my expectations are here, now the movies are too.
Yes.
Scream?
Oh, I love Scream.
But that ain't even scary.
I know.
I have not seen Scream.
I didn't think.
Cult classic.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I need to see
Okay.
Scream.
For a
Cult classic.
scary movie connoisseur like you.
Like the first one is technically like, I consider it like a spoof. It's funny.
Yeah, right. That's what I've
It's
heard.
cute
That's
and
what I've
funny.
heard. Yeah.
But then it gets like, it's a nice story. Like, oh no, the killer's back. I'm like, man, it's been 30 years. Who's coming back?
There's a lot of talk recently about Barbarian. Have you heard about Barbarian?
No.
Ah. Well, then just for you, I will say it is okay.
Okay.
And keep your expectations low.
Okay.
But, yeah.
What's it on?
I don't know. I think
is it in
I
cinema?
think it is at cinemas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but apparently, like, what's really interesting about it is that the trailer gives nothing away.
That's what I love.
Yeah.
I just want the genre
Yep.
of the movie and like who's in it. Mm-hmm. That's all I want in
Yeah.
the trailer. I don't want the story.
Yeah.
Because a lot of trailers do that. I'm like, I don't need to watch the movie now. You told me everything that's happening.
Yeah. Exactly.
So wait, so is this a true statement? If the trailer is unbelievable, the movie's going to be shit?
Maybe. Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like sometimes like trailers are way too good. Like,
No, what I mean is like, you know those like solid 3-4 minute trailers that basically tell you everything every good bit in the movie. I'm like, you told me the premise of the movie. I don't need to see the movie anymore.
Yeah. 100%.
That, I hate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just give me like 30 seconds of like, there once was a girl. Dun dun. You see a girl walking, but she didn't know what hit her. Dun dun. In cinemas, June 4th, or whatever. Whatever the hell it is.
I'd like one where it's more shots from the movie, no real context, somebody saying something vague twice.
Yeah.
And that's it.
They're here.
actually. So we watched Black Phone. Black Phone.
Yeah,
With Ethan Hawke?
Ethan Hawke, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched Black Phone, and before I watched it, we went to watch it. I saw the trailer, and now I'm sitting there watching Black Phone with the missus, and I'm like, and I didn't know it was sort of sci-fi-ish.
Oh.
Have you seen it yet?
No, I'm not planning on seeing it.
Okay, well.
No, I'm just saying. Hey, dude, there's like thousands of movies to watch. I still haven't fucking watched Scream yet. I need to watch Scream.
Yeah, fair enough. Like spoilers, but
Okay, spoilers. Have you seen Black Phone? Okay, well then
What? No, please give all the spoilers.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking anyway. So there is parts in the film where it's more like
Supernatural?
supernatural themes and whatnot, and there's things that happen. But that wasn't. I didn't see it anyway. It wasn't apparent on the actual trailer of the film.
Yeah, I didn't see that in the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sitting in this film, and I'm like, I turn around like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck am I watching?
This is supposed to be realistic. How?
Yeah.
Where'd that come from? Where'd that come from? Where the ghosts come from? Like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
And like, so, and that sort of ruined the film.
Oh, you didn't like that?
I didn't like it.
Oh, okay,
I didn't
interesting.
like it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's like we like surprises when they're kind of like when they make sense. We just don't like random bullshit.
Yeah.
And I agree. I think Paranormal Activity is a great.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of connoisseurs out there who are like love this type of genre is because it seems more realistic. It could happen.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not like that. Like it's probably, I don't know, and it's more tangible sort of thing.
Especially because like it's just a random low quality camera in the corner recording.
Was it an Australian thing, and then Steven Spielberg picked it up?
I don't
think
think so.
I know like the director was also the writer. Watch me say complete lies. Watch this be a lie. But like my false memories tell me.
That's fine. We'll go with that.
That the director
Yeah, I'm pretty
also
sure.
wrote it, and he had like 20K, and they filmed it in his house as well.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah.
like it was all done in like a week or something.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and they picked it up in Cannes or something like that.
Something that sounds correct.
Cannes, and I think Steven Spielberg's who picked it up.
Right.
I don't know why I thought it was Australian. I don't know why. But yeah, that was just on a low quality camera, and
Yeah,
it was great.
that's what makes it real.
What makes it real. Yeah.
So tracking all that, my question is, how has that influenced your artistic career?
Childhood movies.
Or yeah, that, and then your interest in horror and watching inappropriate movies at a younger age. Has that influenced or no?
Oh yeah, like I think now I'm not one of those people that like, you know, that like, especially now in a very PC world, there's a lot of trigger warnings for things. And I'm just like, for me, it's not, I can go there and really watch a lot of things, and not that it's normal, but like I can handle it without being like, I need to recover for a week. But yeah, I guess so.
But what about your output? I'm wondering, as a creative.
I think it's sad to say because yes, I was a child, but like it does help with like referencing stuff when people say, "Oh, like this is kind of like this." When with this movie, I'm like, "Yeah, I watched that movie." It's like, how the hell would you watch this movie? Like, you were 2 when it came out. I'm like, here I was, a 2-year-old watching these damn movies and TV shows. Yeah.
Actually, this is my fault, to be honest. I didn't. With 13 minutes in, I haven't said, but it's obviously apparent that you're an actor, and what we're trying to get at is that like, so what are the movies that influenced you to you become? Was it movies that influenced you to become an actor, or was it a family thing, or was it something that you needed to do? I don't know. What was it?
I have a very silly story of when I wanted to become an actor.
Correct.
When I was a kid, obviously, like watched a lot of movies and TV shows. And we had like the most basic cables. It was like Channel 7, Channel 9, Channel 10, ABC,
SBS.
and then thank you, SBS.
That ain't cable. That's free to air. Like
Yeah,
everyone
like
else.
free to air.
Yeah.
Like everyone else had like Foxtel. and
Foxtel,
stuff.
yeah.
I just had like
And Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
Privilege.
I had toaster TV.
I had cheese TV.
I remember I would watch movies, and I literally thought in my like delusional mind that like these people. Well, like when I put in a DVD, it was like, oh yeah, Mina's putting in a DVD. It's time to act for him. And like they would get set up and watch the movie, and me being mean would like rewind, meaning that they would have to like.
Oh my gosh!
I was a child and stupid.
No, but that's like really fascinating.
That's literally what I thought They did.
Didn't you have any guilt?
No, I just thought this was their life and I was playing God. Anyway, until one day I was watching like some stupid rom-com and then like the commercials came on. So I switched the channel to another channel and it was a different movie but with the same actor.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck is George doing?
Yeah.
He ain't George, he is Greg. What the hell's happening? And I was so confused. Like, why are they, like, it's raining here. Like, why isn't it raining over there? Like, I was so confused. I'm like, he's living a double life. Like, my sister was like, no, like, he's an actor. Like, that's George Clooney. And he's just playing two different people. And and that's when it really like, so that's what it is. Okay, cool. And like, oh, that's acting. That's so fascinating. And then from there, really just knowing what it is and finally be like, oh, okay. But then...
How did that not destroy your mind for weeks?
For me, it was just more like a...
Yeah.
No. What? You're kidding. Like, it was wild. Especially I'm like, wow, the makeup team is amazing. She looks so old here and then like young in this movie, even though it was like filmed 20 years apart.
Yeah.
Just silly things like that.
That's awesome though. That's a brilliant story. Like how cool would that be, right?
Yeah.
You know, like if you got your radio in your car,
yeah,
and it's actually a bunch of little mini musicians who are just sitting inside there.
Because I didn't think they were I thought that was just their life, and they're playing it exclusively for me.
Yeah.
That's
like
great.
With the DVD.
And then you wanted to be them.
Well, after when I knew what it was,
right,
I was like, oh, so they're acting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. I would love to do that.
Yeah, cool.
Dude, this is a film.
Yeah.
Do you realize this is an actual film? We could write a film about a child who
it's like Toy Story.
is God.
It's like Toy Story.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's a VHS story.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
I could just imagine you like sitting there and then you see George Clooney in another film. Like, I did not let you work in that film. How dare you?
Yeah. But yeah, that was me realizing what acting was. And I was like, what, 6, 7 then? And then really just obviously still watching a lot of media. I grew up we grew up really poor. Mm-hmm. So for me, like, I would just rewatch a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Like me and my mum, we used to go to Vinnie's and other like secondhand stores and there'll be like DVDs for like 20 cents, 50 cents. And I was just like, all the things. And then just rewatch it.
Yeah, wow.
All day, every day.
Do you have this is like same thing with me, like I would get VHS but I have this thing in my brain that I do is that because I would watch same movies all the time and I would delete it out of my brain and I'm like I would just delete it and rewatch it thinking I watched it the first time
Gotcha.
and I would do that all the time all the time.
I was the opposite. I was like watching it making a point to like know all the lines. Like as a kid, maybe like back to me watching inappropriate things like White Chicks. That was the movie I would watch to an obnoxious level. And my siblings and parents would be like, Mina, it's enough, let's stop. Like they couldn't watch this movie with me because I would just repeat
all
the lines back.
And sing the song.
Oh yeah.
There's a song? I've never seen White Chicks.
Yeah, it's a song by tell us who's it? The song by when he sings in the car.
Oh yeah. And I need you. And I miss you. And now I wonder.
Oh, and then copyright's gonna kill us. Yeah. But yeah.
That's so funny. That's hilarious. Like, did you think that? Did you think that? Did you want to become an actor from that point of, or did you have something else in mind?
I wanted to become a singer first. When I was a kid, I loved singing. I loved singing. I used to be obsessed with like Beyonce and all the Beyonce, Christina Aguilera, all the pop girlies. And I could actually sing a note or two. But then puberty hit. And my voice went, nope. No, ma'am. You. Like I can hold a tune or two, but I'm not Beyonce. Like I can't sing. And I thought, I'll go into acting. And then like actually going to like silly acting classes as a kid and like doing drama in high school and just like actually falling in love with it more and more and more, and like singing just became more of a hobby. Like in saying that now, I still release music now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like write my own music. But for me, like that's a hobby. I don't do it as a career. I do it because I just love it, and it's just an outlet for me to express the arts.
And so, let's talk about your career. So, tell us about kind of what were the most meaningful shows or films or productions you've been in.
Yeah, my CV of many pages. Yeah. I mean, like, I technically started acting like 15.
Wow.
But professionally, I always say like 18, 19. Because like when I was 15, my delusional mind was like, yeah, once I hit 18, I'm going to make it. I'm going to be famous. I'm going to... Lies. All lies. Yeah, just a lot of extra work, like starting out, just like frothing, just being on huge production sets, just being like, wow, God. And I would just like stand in the crowd or like stand in the beach or whatever the hell the production was. And then I'm just slowly but surely doing... I feel like this is such a boring story, but like it's just the same old thing. Well, doing a lot of short films, then after doing a lot of short films, getting bit parts in shows, then getting guesties, and then just like getting lots of auditions for really big roles, then going in for callbacks, then chemistry test, then meeting production, then never getting it. No, but the cycle continues.
But people need to know that.
Yeah,
you know, like especially young kids who are coming up and they don't see themselves, you know, in productions and in shows and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then to be comforted knowing that, oh, that's actually a really super solid route that you can go down.
It is, but I think it's like, I thought it was more solid, but the more and more I'm into it, I just understand, oh, okay, this industry is corrupt. It's very, very corrupt. Just because I'm not delusional in enough to sense that like, knowing that my color of skin and knowing my queerness is an extra barrier that I need to... that the industry needs to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely.
For me to work.
Yeah.
Which is a blessing and a curse. Because I don't get a lot of auditions, but the auditions I do get, there's only 3 of us in Sydney, baby. You only have 3 of us to choose from.
Yeah.
It's that. So my role as an actor is making sure my profiles are polished AF, making sure my headshots are professional and crisp, making sure my credits are formatted correctly and are up to date, and making sure I have solid like show reels and self-tapes, because that's all I can give. Especially like growing up. Like I think the moment I knew it was like, oh, it's not really fair. I did like this silly like scammy acting competition thing when I was like 15, and a few other people that I'm still friends with did it at the time. And like they would do like some acting lessons, and then at the end of it you would go on stage in front of like casting agents and managers and casting directors and yada yada yada, and like you'll do your little monologue and do your little scene, and then maybe at the end of it they'll like give you an email like, hey, we'd like to meet you. The whole point of it was like at the end they would also give you an award.
Oh, okay.
Of like, this is the best actor of the season, that the agents and the managers would.
Oh, wow.
Like they signed off on it, like to see who won. And I won.
Oh, wow.
It's like best teen of the night. And I didn't get one call from one agent or manager.
Oh, wow.
And I was like 15 sobbing. Like, why isn't it me?
Yeah.
But it's just like, I can understand I can understand from an agent or a manager's point of view, like there isn't many roles for me. And the roles that are there, they would rather give it to an A-list person. Yeah. Which is understandable, especially in Australia. They love recycling actors.
Yes.
They love to reuse every single person that they can.
Because they're terrified of risk.
Well, they need to figure it out, because I'm sorry, like a lot of Australian productions that are for Australians, like it's not that good.
No.
It's really bad. Like maybe do take a risk, because what you're going with ain't working.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to make a risk.
That's the problem though, is that with that mindset, it's like if you like it's the failing restaurant mindset.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm getting fewer and fewer customers, but I need to survive. I'm going to have to bring my prices up. And that's all that does is it drives more customers away.
Yeah,
and it's the same thing with the industry. It's like, we're trying to cut down on risk. We're just going to use the same actors. Oh shit, we're getting less and less money. We need to cut even more risk. Make it super safe.
The thing is, even with that, like, I'm sorry, but I don't know who's telling these lies, but like, media has never been cheaper.
Oh yeah.
To film.
Oh yeah. Of course.
I'm sorry, my iPhone has better quality from like what they've been using in the 90s, and we still be consuming like 90s media like from the get go. Like, it's amazing what you can do. Like, I get it. There's an art form, and you need to find editors and producers and yada yada yada. But what I mean, it's on a network standpoint, it's on the cheap to take a risk on taking new actors.
Yeah, absolutely. But I reckon they're afraid. I reckon they're absolutely afraid of letting the floodgates down and people being like, oh, we can just do that. You know, it's like, we could make quality stuff like Tangerine, which was all shot on an iPhone, which was beautiful, you know. And I think they have realized, and they're trying not to let people know, you know, because that means that suddenly they've got competition.
It's even just like Screen Australia itself, like getting funding from it.
It's fucked.
It's fucked. I've said it before on this podcast. Screen Australia is fucked.
And it's 3 other people came on this podcast and said the same thing. It's fucked. And one of them directors. You know, like it's fun, getting funding for.
It's unique. I would say Screen Australia, if you're listening, I love you. Let me in, please.
That's like saying when you have different multicultural actors or stories, we call it fusion. We don't call it a certain thing. It's called fusion. It's unique. It's fusion. It's
spicy.
It's spicy. It's abstract.
Yeah. We're taking a risk. I'm like, the 1/4 black kid is taking a risk. Okay, cool.
Yeah. But I think it's I don't know. Like we have the same thing. Like, just getting funding for different films. It's incredibly hard. I don't know why. I don't understand why they continue to do it.
Thing is, I can understand where like
people's jobs are at risk.
I understand where they are coming from in the sense of like, we're risking money for a project. I'd rather give it to someone that we know it will make money back, that it will work, because they have made it work several times with us.
Yeah.
So they would rather give the few K to them than a new person that doesn't have a credit under their belt.
Yeah.
But is an amazing writer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just a sense of trial and error. Like the Australian industry is so little and small.
Yeah.
And like, everyone knows everyone. And I describe, I'm like, Australia is the little bush, and the US market is the forest. That's
okay. I thought that analogy was going somewhere else.
I thought it's the bush.
It's the little plant, and then like the US market is the jungle, the Amazon forest. Yeah, absolutely. Like, it is huge.
Like, when you think about, I tell this all the time to people, is because I grew up in the Philippines. Australia has a population of like less than 25 million.
Yeah.
If you think Australian culture and theatre and TV and movies is relevant, compare it to the Philippines, which has 90 million people. 90 million people compared to our 25 million. And yet, do you consume Filipino culture, TV, media, theatre? No, but that's like over 4 times as relevant to more people. You know, so why do you think Australia culture is so important? You know?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's suddenly going to...
And what is Australian culture?
Yeah, what is Australian?
Nothing. It's new.
Yeah.
It's very, very new.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like Australia has its own humor. Australia has its own writing, especially when you're reading a lot of things. You're like, oh yeah, this is an Australian comedy. Like, you act it a certain way because that's what they want.
Yeah.
It's just weird. I just reached a point in my career and my life where there's no point fighting it because it's not my battle. Yeah. It's my great grandkids' battle, and I don't even know if they're gonna have an earth to do that battle in. Yeah. So I'm just living my life.
Yeah.
And scooping up everything I can and making my own opportunities because we don't have other choices but to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I find it very sad that I have to do I have to excel in so many things to get so little, while people have to do so little to excel in so many things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But,
Absolutely.
also, think about what our parents.
Yeah.
Like our parents probably lived in a shit small house for like 10, 15 years to get enough money to get a bigger house.
For me to become a lawyer.
To become whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and I think in that sort of way as well. Like I think a lot now that this times are changing thing going on at the moment, and like I think that's what we have the opportunity to do for the upcoming this generation sort of thing. You know, like. We're happy to invest the money or invest our time in that. But like, I do understand there's a selfish and that's not selfish, but there's an aspect where we want to still do things, you know, make it, whatever it is, you know, and get our films done, you know, or made or whatever.
I think it's the issue with like, I think it's like, you guys already know this, but like the creative industry, it's very much of, if you want to become a doctor, you study 10 years. And as long as you study hard and do it well, you are going to become a doctor.
Yeah.
Acting, you can study 10 years, 20, 1 year, a month. You don't know.
Yeah.
You know when you're going to make it. And what the hell is making it? You know?
Yeah.
Getting a movie, getting a TV show, okay. And then what? Being in the media, like what is... And especially now with social media, like literally casting, what are they doing? Oh, this actor's great. Oh, but this one has 50K followers on Instagram. Let's go with them. They can bring in more views, which is understandable, completely understandable. It's just like us as creators, we're expected to have so much more. It's not just acting. It's also, we need to know how to act. Oh, okay, but we also need to know how to network. We also need to be fake on social media and say booked and blessed, because people don't want to work with desperate people. They want to work with actors that work, which is completely understandable. But no actor works 24/7 unless you're a movie star.
Yeah.
Even so, they still work.
Yeah.
They still have audition. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's obviously
Christian Bale is like, Christian Bale is like, literally all the roles I get are because Leonardo DiCaprio passed them up. That's literally how I got my roles.
Yeah.
Same thing with Joaquin Phoenix. Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really funny that I'm not sure if you've seen there's a interview with Chris Rock, and I don't know who's talking. I don't know who was it. Who's the actor from? I forgot her name. I can't believe I forgot her name. But she was like this actor, and she's like, oh, you know, sometimes I like to just pass on roles. And then Chris Rock goes, what? You pass on roles? Even if I don't deserve the role, I'm going to I'm going to take it.
Just in case they realize it's a mistake. I'm like, let me sign my name on that contract and he can't do nothing.
Yeah. And you mentioned, so talking about creating your own opportunities, you mentioned that you've just finished writing a feature film screenplay.
Yeah, just finished writing my feature film. It's called The Rectangle Love Triangle. Currently in circulations with some producers and a director.
Excellent.
And doing a table read hopefully in the next month. It's a slow process. You know how it is. You finish writing it. Once you finish writing it, just like, okay, I don't want to look at it. Like, you know when you just focus on a project so much, you're like, okay, this is turning into shit. Yeah. I don't want nothing to do with it now. Yeah. It's turning into that. Yeah. So I'm just slowly but surely like, please, someone pick it up so they can do it.
Well, talk us about the process. When did you start writing it?
I thought about it for a very long time. It started off as a little short film, like a solid 20-minute thing. And then I was like, oh no, it can keep on going. And I just kept on writing, and then an hour and a half later of like screen writing.
It only took you an hour and a half of writing?
No, like an hour and a half solid work. So like the movie would be an hour and a half.
Oh, right.
The talent of writing an hour and a half. But yeah, it took me a solid completion, a solid 2-3 months to actually write it. And then of course with edits and adding little extra scenes and removing things, it just took an extra few months. But I don't include that. It sounds more impressive to say I wrote something in 2 months.
Yeah.
Wait, I guess so. You wrote a whole feature film in 2 months?
Yes.
This year?
Yeah. January, February.
Oh, nice.
It's like,
is it any good?
I honestly think it is.
Good, great.
No. I'm not delusional in the sense of like, you know what?
People have to like their work. Like if you're happy with your work, you're happy with your work.
It's like a comedy drama.
You never ask another writer
Yeah, you do.
You never
you
ask
do.
another writer, is this any good? Because they'll just say shit because you're a competitor.
I've watched. Look, this feature film gives me hope because I've watched a lot of indie feature films that have gotten a significant amount of funding. And I just watch it and I'm like, that was interesting. That was amazing. Wow, great. How did you find the movie? It was nice.
Yeah.
And then you exit the theater and go home and say, damn, I just wasted $30. And then it gives you hope to say, I can get funding. If that can get funding, I can get double.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Because there is so much you look at and you're like, how the hell did this get made? I'm confused how the hell this get made. And you're like, Mina, because they wrote it and they got people in a room and they did it.
Yeah.
And they made their pitch so flawless and gaslit you to the point where like, yes, this movie deserves to get made. That's how but that's how you need to be.
Yeah.
That's why like when people say, how are they even an actor? They're not even that good. It's like, oh, you think it's about talent, babe? No. You just keep on doing it until someone opens the door for you. Yeah. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You just keep on. It's literally practice and persistent and making sure you're prepared. And some people refuse to do that because they think they have a delusional mindset.
Yeah, exactly. And they give up. That's like what 90% of like the reason people don't make it is because they give up.
Yeah,
is attrition. The other 10% is people die. You know,
or they get kids. Or
yeah, but that's giving up. That's what I mean. Yeah. You know. Okay, tell us your dream cast for your film. You have all the budget in the world.
Oh, I have all the budget in the world,
including dead people. We can somehow make them alive.
We can imagine them. Yeah.
Okay, then that's a whole different thing. Okay. Okay, well the main character is me.
Great.
Because it's always going to be me.
Good.
I don't know.
How many characters are there? How many characters?
Main?
Yeah, main characters.
Solid 5.
Okay,
Great.
5. Let's go.
Okay. So the love interest, we need like an old 40-year-old man. So like, I don't know. Think sexy, butch.
Marlon Brando.
Paul Newman?
I was about to say the Wolverine.
Oh, Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman, but like Wolverine.
Oh, but Wolverine with Jackman. Yeah.
Oh, you mean Logan? Logan.
Yeah,
Logan, yes.
Logan, yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
We need Logan.
Okay. Logan.
Okay. His wife.
Deborah?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. His wife would be who's that girl from she's playing the new Ursula. I should know her name.
Oh, I have no idea.
She's in bigger lady. She's lovely. Something Murphy.
God.
Megan McCarthy, not Megan McCarthy.
No.
Susan McCarthy. Something McCarthy.
Murphy?
Something
Bridget McCarthy?
Oh, this is
something McCarthy. She's
Melissa McCarthy.
Thank you. Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need
as Logan's wife. Right, yeah.
Yeah, we love her.
Yeah.
She needs to be feisty and funny and
I think she's
the head of the household.
Yeah.
And then their son, who would be in their 20s, would be like some sad boy. I don't know, like Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah. Sad boy, Timothy Chalamet. Yeah, perfect. Perfect casting. Hey, Brian, I've got a casting for a sad boy. Have you tried Timothy Chalamet?
We always go to that casting.
And then my best friend. Ooh. I would just want like Lana Del Rey or someone because like I fucking love Lana Del Rey. She can sing me sweet nothings in my ears. I don't know. I'm just manifesting here.
Lana Del Rey, that's great. Does she even act?
She will for me.
Okay, good.
I'll be like, you need money for your next album? Come here.
And who's your director? Who's your dream director?
Christopher Columbus, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah.
I like the Harry Potter movie.
Yeah. Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You missed Robin Williams, actually.
Could he be sexy?
To some people.
Maybe if he was younger. Like, in the morgue, after post-morgue.
Yeah.
I mean,
Harry Chest.
Harry
I
Chest.
can't do Robin Williams.
yeah, he's good.
I can't do Robin Williams. I can't do Robin Williams.
What the fuck was that?
Robbie.
We love him.
The feature film is basically done and dusted, circulating producers and a director. I wrote it in a way that like not a lot of funding is needed. So
Yeah, great.
The goal is around 50 to 60K
Wow.
What?
to get everything done.
Excellent.
That's a short film.
I know.
Yeah, that's a short film.
Yeah, I know. Don't you find it like sad and ironic that it's easier to get funding for feature films than it is to get funding for a short film?
Yeah, that's because everybody wants to do a short film.
But like funding wise,
Yeah,
I find it like much easier to get funding for a feature film.
because you have like 10,000 more people competing with you.
You know why?
To have the balls to write a feature film script, that's a step up from short film.
It's also like they know they might get their money back.
Yeah, you can't really
Yeah.
get tickets for a short film.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had many of this conversation between having feature film, short film, web series, pilot, all that. Like, I mean, that's right. Like, if you want funding for feature film, I think it's easier because people think, hey, yeah, we might get the money back. And feature film is like for normal people who are not creatives, they've seen feature films. Only short films are really only watched by, I guess, like
industry,
or people.
I think
culture.
I think also like short films, people think of just student films as well. They just put the comparison in.
Yeah,
like it's a short film, it's a student film.
And web series. Do you know a web series? Do you watch a web series? And if you do, can you tell me where I can find one?
Yeah.
Okay.
ABC iView, baby boy.
What?
Halal Girls. I was in episode 4, guest starring role as Moe the catfish. So
Moe the catfish.
If you want to see me in that, yeah.
As in the catfish, as in like you're catfishing someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
It was a fun time.
Yeah. Tell us about that.
It was a fun time. The director Von. God bless. Oh, speaking of Von, Screen Australia, love him.
Yeah.
Love him. We do love Von. I'm pretty sure he wrote it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he wrote Halal Girls. It was basically a short web series. I'm pretty sure 6 or 7 episodes, and I was in episode 4. And basically, it's just about these 3 Muslim sisters living their life. And it was very interesting and different because, especially in the media, when there is media about like a Muslim woman, it's all about them being oppressed and not loving their life. And this was very fun and lighthearted, like them not waking early enough to like eat before Ramadan, or like, you know, just doing like just living their life, and them not being oppressed and loving their religion. Like, oh, how weird is that?
How weird is it?
Yeah.
Like the
the majority. Oh my god. But yeah, it was a fun time.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
And you tell us about your character a bit more. You were catfishing one of the sisters.
Yeah, so basically she was like into me, and she was like, we need to break it off. And I'm like, well, you sent me, because I had a fetish for feet.
Okay.
Not in real life. Unless, not very. No, but I had like a fetish for feet. And I was like, oh, because I asked her to send me some. And I'm like, oh, since you're breaking up with me, I'm going to show these photos to your dad and the whole world. So like, then they convinced me to like meet them at a parking lot, and they got a baseball bat out and they stole my phone, and I ran away, and like my phone screen was like a picture of like feet. Like, it was so silly. It was so silly, but I loved them. We shot it like somewhere in Western Sydney, like in a parking lot in front of like an RSL.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. And like all we see is like these locals like, what the hell's happening over there? Wow, that's a movie. Oh my god, we're gonna be famous. I loved it. Yeah, it was a fun time.
Yeah, awesome.
That's a weird fetish for a Muslim guy, a Muslim chick. Feet, because like if you show someone's feet in a lot of our cultures, it's fucking offensive.
Really?
Like, yeah, if you do this to someone like this,
yeah, hot.
That's really offensive.
For those listening at home, Neil just showed the sole of his foot to Mina.
Yeah. I thought that was a bit weird.
It was.
Yeah.
It was like reading the scripts. I was like, I literally only had a few lines. I'm like, but it was a fun time. That was like one of my more professional things. But it was nice to add on the show reel.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the ABC logo in the corner. Like, yeah, I do ABC stuff.
And also you did tongue tied as well. Oh no, sorry, not tongue tied. Sorry, you did
Tough titties.
tough titties. Sorry, yeah.
It's okay, close enough.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I was saying my tongue was tied.
No, it was a nice time. I was interested in auditioning for their first round that they did. Just life got in the way and I wasn't able to do it. And it went really well. And then this year's auditions came past and I was like, why not? And I did it, got in. I was the understudy for one of the actors and I performed. Inside goss. The night I performed, Superwog were in the audience.
Oh no way!
Okay,
No way.
let me tell you the whole story. Okay, so this was Sydney Fringe Festival. We were at Factory Theatre.
Yeah.
And we were just like standing outside. We're like, oh my God, it's so hot. Let's get some dinner. So I'm eating away like food from like one of the stalls. And like Superwog, the two guys were like just sitting there. And everyone was like in the team like, oh my God, it's Superwog. I'm like, child, like relax. It ain't that deep. Anyway, so then one of them went up to them like, hi, I'm with Tough Titties. Would love for you to see the show. They're like, oh, we're seeing like this other show, but like, thank you so much. Anyway, we're going backstage and like we're looking outside of the curtains and we see them sitting like front row and we're like, oh,
wow,
it's them. Okay, cool. So I did my little thing. And then at the end of the show, they came up to me.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, hey, like we loved watching you. Cause there was like a scene there was this one sketch where I was playing Andrew Tate.
Oh.
And the whole thing was like, Andrew Tate is so straight that like he would rather do other things than sleep with a woman. They're like, yeah, we love that. And they were just talking like, oh, like what nationality are you? And we had a little small talk. And then I'm pretty sure their manager was like, nice meeting you, but like, we need to leave.
Yeah,
and I was like,
right.
okay, bye. But yeah, that was a fun time.
Yeah, great.
So now I'm best friends.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They start off as just YouTube thing. I remember back in the day, it was just clips and like, man, that is
Silly clips.
silly
Yeah,
clips.
yeah.
But we all related to it. It's just weird. Like,
Yeah.
that's fucking us. That's sort of us, you know.
It's just like little over-exaggerated clips that we roll our eyes to, but
Yeah.
it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is there anything else that we can wish you chookers on? You said that you've signed some non-disclosure agreements.
Just little things.
Yeah.
Little bits, little bit roles.
Cool.
Like nothing exciting. But yeah, just working.
Great.
Like yeah. I think I find it very weird when young people come up to me and be like, I want to become an actor. Like, would you help me? I'm like, baby, what am I going to help you with? Like, I don't, like, what am I going to do? Like, no, like, you're a working actor. I'm like, me? Anna? I'm a working actor. No, I'm not. And then it's like, no, like you are. I mean,
Yeah.
you audition.
Yeah.
You get some of those auditions. You do the work. You get paid. That's working,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know? Just silly things like that. But like now I'm just focusing more on a lot of theatre. I
Cool.
produced a theatre show that was a part of Fringe last year. And that was chaotic because I was also doing Tough Titties, acting in that, and then at the same time producing a theatre show called The Tale of the Great Emu War.
Oh, you produced that. Oh,
Yeah,
excellent.
did you see that?
I didn't get to see it.
dare you.
But yeah, how did that go?
It honestly went great. It was like limited seating all throughout, and then the last 2 or 3 performances were sold out.
Wow,
They loved
fantastic.
it. They ate it up. But it was
Excellent.
a fun time. Yeah.
Is that going to be redone again?
Yes, it's actually touring to Newcastle Fringe.
Oh, cool.
And it's currently in talks with another producer to hopefully put it on a main stage.
Great.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But we'll see how that goes.
I love when
Because-
things get picked up like that. It's great.
Yeah, it's a nice time. It's just like, like the Fringe, it's like maximum has to be an hour long.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so we have to cut out a few things.
Yeah,
And now it's like
right.
we have to add more to make it. Because who wants to see a show for an hour? We want at least an hour and a half, 2 maybe. But yeah, the writer and director, Alex Kendall Robson, he's great. He's amazing. Good writer.
Yeah.
Very Aussie.
Fingerless theatre, right?
Yep.
Yeah, great.
Look at you knowing things.
Yeah. This guy he's been non-stop this whole last
No, I
week.
saw a lot of the stuff, and I just remember.
You remember seeing an emu on like a human body? Like, what's this?
No, you guys put out a lot of photos recently, and I saw them. Like, oh, that's so cool. But
Me.
you put them out.
Me.
Oh, excellent! I've seen those
I was the
photos.
social media. I'm like, no, we need to post every day. We need tickets sold now.
No, because we had the director of Much Ado About Nothing who who was
Bucky?
Bucky.
We love Bucky. Hi, Bucky.
Who was at Flow Studios, and I remember watching the gentleman who played Benedict, who was Levi, and then I saw him show up in Great New New War, and I'm like,
Alex was also in Much Ado. He was.
Yeah, Baraccio. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I don't know Shakespeare, so like I'm just saying random names that I remember. Baraccio.
No. I think I remember him. Yeah.
But she is killing it.
Bucky is,
she's one of those. Like that's what I mean. She's one of those people that I want to do theater. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
And look at her, she's fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Like after Much Ado, she did another show at New Theater.
Yeah, I went and saw that. Yeah,
and I'm sure now she's doing much
end of
more
the
things.
afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other end of the afternoon. Yeah.
And I'm sure she's doing much more better and greater things. That's wild. The point is, do the work and the work will come.
Yeah.
If you want to wish for something, wishing doesn't do anything, babes. You have to actually do it.
Yeah.
And don't expect anything because you're not going to get anything.
Yeah.
That's an underlying theme for a lot of the guests who come on is just keep doing it. Just keep doing it no matter what.
I think you just need a sense of delusion of like, it's going to pay off at the end of it. And I think it's one thing that helps me a lot is like the audition is the job.
What do you mean by that? I've heard people say that before.
In the sense of like, I got an audition. Okay, that's my job. This isn't a job interview. This is my job. I'm showing you my art for 15 minutes, or if it's a self-tape, I'm filming my self-tape, and that's it. That's the job. That's it. I don't think about it. And if I get a call in 2 weeks later, being like, hi, I would like to get you for a call back. Great. And that's another job.
Right.
But in the sense of like the audition, that is the work. And that's all. It also helps with stress because I don't stress over auditions anymore. It's just because I already got the job. That's the job.
Yeah.
I heard something similar last year, and my auditions sort of like, especially self-tapes and whatnot, and this is how I've been saying it. Like in my head, I've been thinking that I've already got on the job. I'm just giving them an idea.
Yeah.
And if I rock up like, maybe you can use this.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they can say yes or no.
Perfect.
Because like as you said before, like it's not necessarily like whether you're an amazing actor or amazing this, that, the other. You just got it for maybe certain things, And
maybe they know a person that knows you.
Yeah.
Maybe the director worked with you before. Maybe he wanted to cast you in something else. Maybe you're the right height. Maybe your love interest is a bit taller than you, so you can't be too tall. It's maybe your eye colors are blue and your fake brother in the show has blue eyes, so you need to make sure to have blue eyes. Like it's just silly little things like that.
Yeah, maybe
it can't be out of control.
Maybe a casting agent who dated someone who looked like me and pissed him or off and doesn't want someone who looks like you.
We have stories.
You produce like shows, and maybe you've cast done a bit of castings or the same thing. Like you're human beings that we have certain little ticks and stuff. So not necessarily it comes down to one thing, which is acting. So
it's a bunch of little things.
Yeah, a bunch of little things. Yeah.
But yeah, it's also like, yes, the audition is the job. Also, like I find that like producing things and like also casting things like for little short films and stuff, that opens your mind up for like a lot of like understanding how the casting room works, even though it's like little things like that, like because what you're looking for, it's like, oh, that works, but that doesn't work. It also just shows like, oh, this is more professional than doing a certain thing, and then that is. It's just little things that a lot of green people won't figure out what to do. But like especially now in the days in the like age of self tapes, God bless a self tape. I can make 50,000 mistakes and you don't have to see a single thing. Yeah. I'm going to send you like 1 or 2 amazing tapes and you don't need to know that was my 10th tape. Like you don't need to know anything. No. You know? Yeah. You don't need to know I'm not wearing pants because all you see is yes. You know? Like it's literally just like I'm sending you my best performance. Like I'd rather that than like go in person and choke. Yeah. And then them not wanting to see me. Yeah, exactly. Ever again. Yeah. Like God bless Moliners, God bless McGregor's for always sending me stuff to tape. Like God bless them all.
I don't want to come in
but
anymore.
Like but what I mean, like, yeah. Imagine like going in, like you want to impress them and all you go is, hi, how's it going? Yeah. Oh my God. And then like you choke and they're like, can you do it again? It's like, no. No, you can't do it again. Please go home. Yeah. It's just like, it's just good they don't have time. Yeah. It's because they had 20 slots that day and they gave a chance to a new person to just give that 20 slots compared to someone that they might have already known and you fucked it up. Yeah. Because you were nervous. Yeah. They don't have time for nervous baby boy.
For you didn't find parking. you know, and you're stressed and you're kind of, you know, or whatever, you know, a million things.
I mean, if you're driving in the city, that's on you. But
you
should know about it.
I fucking hate public transport.
Oh yeah, especially once you go like to Redfern or like Surrey Hills, where all like the casting offices are.
Yeah.
If you're not half an hour early, like that's your fault. Yeah. I'd rather like it became a point where like if I'm ever auditioning in person, I'm like always 45 minutes early, going to a cafe, getting a coffee, reading my script. And then like 10 minutes before going in. Because the amount of times I'm like half an hour early and my delusional mind is like, oh yeah, I'll just sit in the waiting room and like just go through my lines. And then like once I'm ready, I'm calling it. And I'm like half an hour early and I sit down. They're like, oh, Mina, here. Come in now. It's okay.
Oh, yeah,
I want to punch walls. But you can't be like, oh, sorry, my audition's at 2. And it's 1:30. You can't say that. You just say, of course, let me go in. Yeah. You know?
Fuck you for being early.
It's one of those, because like I hate rushing and then like going in and be like, okay, let's go. I'd rather sit down for like a solid half, enjoy my cup of coffee, go through my lines.
Yeah, right.
Discover a new thing in the script.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Wait, Mullins is not on Oxford Street anymore?
Yeah, Mullins is on Oxford Street. They just moved like around the block.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. So I don't usually ask this question to everyone, but I'll ask it to you, of course, because I think it's pretty funny. But
go ahead.
Who would you like to have dinner with? Anyone in history?
In history?
Yeah. Or dead or alive, whatever.
Dead or alive?
Yeah.
Can I give 3?
Give 1. What's 3 for?
Because there's a lot of people. Can we pretend? Can we
give an inch and he takes a mile. All right, have 3. Go.
Okay.
At the same time. Too bad.
At the same. Oh, that's fine. Can we make it like a dinner party?
100%.
Okay. Perfect. First, we need Marilyn Monroe.
Okay.
Babe, I need to know who killed you that night in August 1962. I need to know.
Go watch the film, bloody.
Oh, that was a terrible movie. Terrible. Like, I feel like the people that wrote that movie like specifically hated Marilyn so much to be like, we're making this movie about her. But no, I need Marilyn. I want to know all the goss. I want to know like how she died. Was it like self-harm? Was it a suicide? Was it an assassination? Because this is my theory on it. Think about it. She died in 1962. 1963 was the assassination of JFK.
Oh.
They had a fling.
Yeah.
Allegedly. They had a fling. Yeah? Her ex-husband, Joe DiMaggio, in love with her. What if he put the hit on JFK?
Interesting.
True.
True, right?
Maybe he was probably connected with Italian mafia. You never know.
Yeah. I just always think of that. I'm like, I want to have conversations with you. Anyway. And also like
the second person you want to have a dinner, Joe DiMaggio.
What's the gossip? No, but he was a terror. Like, he used to hit her and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, the second person would be Rose McGowan. Actress, activist. Come on now. Rose McGowan.
What movies?
She was one of the sisters on Charmed.
Wait, yes, I know who it is.
You know who Rose McGowan is? She now has a bald head.
Yes. Recently, she said some things on.
Yes.
Yep.
I love that woman. I read her. She wrote an autobiography called Brave. Amazing book. She talks about her childhood. She grew up in a cult. And ran out of it. Like it's a wild story, an amazing story, and she writes really well. It makes it seem very personable. And the third person. You know what? Our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I want to have a few conversations with him.
With yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, what is your dad doing? This chapter of my life, I'm not liking it. Change a few things. Yeah. Or like even God and like Lucifer, I want to know the gossip between them. They used to be best mates.
Yeah.
What happened?
Someone fucked up.
Yeah.
Miscommunication. Miscommunication.
Tell me the truth.
So the serpent, you wanted to talk about the serpent? There's a fucking serpent there. Like, you can feed it like a dead rat.
Yeah. So tell me,
you can't. You have to crawl on your belly now. That kind of sucks.
That kind of sucks. Sorry for your legs.
or like even Oprah or something. I feel like she always perks me up. Whenever I felt sad or anything, I used to always watch I used to literally type on like YouTube, Oprah inspirational speech, and whatever would come up would be like a 10-minute video of her getting like the role in The Color Purple.
Yeah.
And that would always perk me up. I'm like, yes, I can do this acting thing.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Amazing.
Did we talk about acting? No.
We talked a lot about acting.
We did.
We talked a lot about acting.
We
You've got
did.
some really great insight.
Yeah.
If you think so.
I do think so.
Just hire me.
Love it. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. And thanks everyone for tuning in on this episode. And as usual, we'll see you folks all in the next one.
Yeah,
Yes.
see you next time. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, sir. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. You won't see me next time, but you'll see them.
No, you'll come back. You'll come back.
Oh, okay, part 2. Let's do it.
Bye.
Bye.